So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a much more serious matter, which is exams. All right. So just as a reminder, there are 4 exams during the semester. They normally occur every other week. So the 2nd week, the 4th week, the 6th week, and the 8th week, there will be an exam. Out of those 4 exams, just as a reminder, is 1, the lowest exam score is going to be dropped. So if you had a bad exam, whether like hopefully not 2, but just 1, all right, that exam will be dropped. Okay, so very important that will not count. Whatever you mess up with, it won't count. So just as a reminder, so I'm just going to show you in this case the learning plan 2, which is actually going to be where our first exam is going to be located. The basis of the exam, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, is going to be told to you. So for example, in learning plan 2, as you can see, there's this thing called exam. The basis of this exam is the 2 worksheets from learning plan 1 and learning plan 2. Okay, so the second exam is going to be based on the worksheets from learning plan 3 and learning plan 4. I hope that makes sense. Now, unlike quizzes, which you can take 3 times and getting the high score counted, in the exams you're only allowed 1 attempt. 1 attempt. All right? And during those exams, you are allowed again the use of the 10 pages of the exam reference sheet and the 1 page of your UPAC table of elements plus a calculator. Where can you find the exam worksheets and the UPAC table of elements? Those documents are going to be in there, the course resources learning plan. It's going to be the 2nd and 3rd. So you need to click on those, make sure you print them, all right, and have them available when you actually take the exam. Very, very important. All right. Now, our exams are not straightforward. So unluckily during this time, you will be taking these exams at home, right? So there has to be a way for me to monitor that you, the student, and no one else is actually taking the exam. I also want to make sure that you are not cheating. You're not like Googling answers or anything like that. So for exams, only for exams, you need to download and install a program called Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. Okay, I kind of chewed my words there. And you can actually find the guidelines on how to download and install that program under the course resources learning plan. On the bottom, it says Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor Guide. Okay, there's going to be a specific link that you need to access in order for you to actually install that. Now, your computer might have some security things that, like in this case, that prevents stuff from getting downloaded and stuff like that. I'm very, very sorry. I am not a technology guru, so you might need to talk to the help desk, okay, or like technology people in our college to actually figure out how to actually install those. You need to have Respondus Lockdown Browser by our first exam. If you do not have the Respondus Lockdown Browser or Monitor, or actually both, you will not be capable in taking the exam. Okay? So again, very, very important. Now, what is Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor Guide? What it does is it basically just locks your browser so that you cannot Google, you cannot exit the exam and Google stuff. That's one. Again, just to make sure that you're not cheating, right? The second thing is it makes sure that it's you. It records you during the whole exam. All right? So just to make sure that it's not like in the middle you didn't switch with Albert Einstein and Einstein came and actually took the exam for you. If he's still alive, obviously. Okay? So that's what's going to happen. Now, if it makes you nervous about recordings and anything of that stuff, you need to talk to me. But unluckily, this is the only way around how to maintain the integrity of the exams. I want to make sure that it's fair for everyone. Okay? The last thing I want is for someone cheating their way through chemistry, paying all this money to take all these courses, and then eventually getting into like a very difficult course and get smacked, right? You need to earn your grade in this course. Okay? Very, very important here. So when you click, again, if you don't have Respondus Lockdown Browser Monitor on your computer, you can't take the actual exam. Now, obviously, I want you to have a little bit of practice in using Respondus Lockdown Browser Monitor Guide. So in your introductory quiz, which is the first quiz, which is in Learning Plan 0, it is required for you as well to take that quiz in Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. And the reason why that is I just want to make sure that, and because A, there's no points attached to the introductory quiz. Okay? The only thing that you need is get 10 out of 10 to just be able to access the next learning plans. Okay? And the reason why this is very important is, again, since there are no points, so I want you to be able to practice, to be familiar with the Respondus Lockdown Browser, how it works, before you actually use it for real, for the exam, which is worth 60 points. So that's very important. Again, exams require Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor, which can be downloaded using the installation guide in the Course Resources Learning Plan. Okay, you can click on that, download it, follow the steps. If you happen to have any problems, obviously you can always email me. All right, so that's one thing. Now let's say you bomb an exam. Here's another good news. You are also going to be given basically like a freebie. So you will be given like a sheet of paper with 5 questions. Okay, these 5 questions you can work on your own. You can use all websites that you want to use. Okay, you can Google, you can ask a friend. Please don't. All right. But what happens is those 5 points, let's say you get all 5 of them correct, gets added to your exam score. So let's say you scored 45 out of 60 in exam 1, hopefully better than that. You get all 5 of the worksheet, in this case the post-exam 1 sheet questions correct. Those 5 points then gets added to your exam score. So instead of having 45 out of 60 in exam 1, you now have 50 out of 60. Okay? Just as a note, this post-exam sheet is not available for the final exam. It's only available for exam 1s, 2, and 3. Okay? So that's very important. The other thing is, there's a guideline in here. Guess where the guideline is? It's going to be in the Course Resources Learning Plan. Okay? So again, if you happen to have questions about how to get points after the exam, it will be under the Course Resources Learning Plan as well. Now, I'm going to talk about absences. Now, as you know, life does happen. And since exams you only have like a 6-day window or 6 days and a few hours window, life do happen, okay? Now, however, if you're going to miss an exam, you have to miss it with a particularly good reason. You cannot just miss the exam just because you're going to break quarantine and you're going to travel to like Samoa or something like that, right? You need to have a valid excuse. All right. Hopefully it's not severe, like you're sick, you're really, really sick, okay, or a family member is really sick. Hopefully it's something innocent like your job, like just messed you up, or something just innocent happened, okay? It's a one-time deal. Email me. If you miss an exam, you can email me. All right. But again, important. You need to download the Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor, and the guide in installing that software is going to be in your Course Resources Learning Plan. Very important. Okay? The basis of your exams are the questions from your worksheet, again, as I mentioned before. So if you can perform the problems in your worksheet, right, with minor assistance, you'll be fine on the exams. I hope this helps. I hope that you start downloading Respondus Lockdown Monitor and Browser. Again, if you happen to have any problems, email me, or in this case, email the help desk.